of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2015 NSAA Girls Basketball Championships. And in our final game of the day, the Class D C2 State Championship is on the line as Hastings St. Cecilia takes on the unbeaten Warriors of Crofton. And hello again, everybody. I'm Larry Putney along with Trudy Nolan. Andy Kindy will be joining us momentarily. Our final game of the day, and we think we've got a great one. Another one where Crofton looking for multiple state championships. They've won 3 in a row, looking to make it 4 consecutive. And the last 2 years, they've beaten the team they played tonight. 3rd consecutive year these two teams have been playing for a state championship.
Absolutely, and for Hastings St. Cecilia, some of these girls, this is their 3rd state championship game. They're led by Chandra Farmer, who had 36 yesterday with 6 threes. They also have Claire Hamburger, who she has had 2 great days. She had 24 on Thursday and 21 yesterday. Crofton, as we talked about, they're going for their 4th straight title. They just have all-around great athletes out there. But look for the Aaron's girls, Allison and Monica, along with Quinn Rogge. You know, as you just talked about, Larry, this is the 3rd year in a row for this matchup. And what a great way to end our day. It's been a great day of championship games. Crofton has come out on top the other 2 times, but both of the teams like to play man pressure defense with great transition, you know, into their offense. We have lots of athletes out here on the floor with 2 teams, you know, that from volleyball and track also.
Should be a good one. Crofton looking for an undefeated and 4th consecutive state championship. St. Cecilia would love to take home the title.
Risk management surrounding head trauma and concussions is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Welcome back to Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the Class C2 state championship game between Hastings St. Cecilia and the Crofton Warriors. The Warriors come in 28-0. Hastings St. Cecilia comes in at 23-3. I'm Andy Kindy. I'll be doing the halftime interviews and post-game interviews, but now let's get this party started. The final one of our 6-game spread on Saturday. It's time for player introductions and our public address announcer, Mr. Doc Weininger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools welcome you to the 2015 NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its corporate partners: U.S. Bank, U.S. Cellular, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Farmers Mutual, Max Preps, Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, CHI St. Elizabeth's, Pump and Pantry, Midwest Dairy, Callum Sports Photography, Custom Sports, and Cliff Keen. And now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena for the Class C2 State Championship game. Tonight's game features the Hastings St. Cecilia Hawkettes versus the Lady Warriors of Crofton High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in tonight's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the St. Cecilia Hawkettes. Number 10, Reagan Ash. Number 11, Farah Tino. Number 12, Josie Prabat. Number 15, Melody O'Callahan. Number 21, Cameron Kissinger. And number 23, Claire Rasmussen. And now the non-starters for the home team, the Crofton Lady Warriors. Number 3, Brianna Allen. Number 4, Allison Tran. Number 5, Brittany Gunther. Number 12, Kyla Denninger. Number 14, Lily Steffen. Number 20, Caitlin Vornhagen. Number 34, Katie Peterson. Number 40, Lauren Steffen. And number 44, Chelsea Wortman. And now, the starting lineup for the Hastings St. Cecilia Hawkettes. A 5'8" junior, number 2, Lil Sheehy. A 5'9" senior, number 3, Claire Hamburger. A 5'3" junior, number 4, Chandra Farmer. A 5'8" senior, number 5, Carly Wright. And a 6' sophomore, number 22, Lucy Sko. Head coach for the Hawkettes is Tim Farmer, assisted by P.J. Henry and Tara Jones. And now, the starting lineup for the Crofton Lady Warriors. A 5'9" senior, number 10, Allison Arns. 5'10" sophomore, number 24, Monica Arns. A 6' senior, number 30, Quinn Rogge. A 5'7" sophomore, number 32, Kelsey Sanger. And a 5'11" senior, number 42, Maria Wortman. Head coach for Crofton is Aaron Losing, assisted by Tiffany Panning and Taylor Shoemaker. Tonight's game officials are Brian Arvin, Eric Whitemore, and Jake Dilsaver. The bench official is Mary McGee. And now, ladies, let's play basketball.
So ready to go here in the Class C2 State Championship. St. Cecilia taking on the Crofton Warriors, a rematch of the previous 2 Class C2 State champions. Crofton has won both of those previous games. In fact, they've won 3 in a row. Here's where they come from, Northeast Nebraska, the home of the Crofton Warriors. Obviously, St. Cecilia located in Hastings. The Hawkettes and Warriors meet once again. How did they get here? Let's find out. Crofton knocking off Ponca in the opening round. No trouble with GACC, Guardian Angel Central Catholic, in the semis. St. Cecilia's victory came over St. Pat's in the opening round and then beat Sutton 84-38. And I tell you, if St. Cecilia looks anything tonight like they look like in the semis in dismantling a talented Stanton team, this could be a good one. Tim Farmer, in his first year as the head coach of St. Cecilia, you might remember longtime head coach Jim Kyle no longer with St. Cecilia. Here's a look at the Crofton Warriors head coach Aaron Losing in his 11th season, 262-21. So very familiar teams with each other, very familiar players with each other, and very familiar coaches, as Tim Farmer has been around these girls and been coaching them for the last 9 years. Ready to go here, Class C2 State Championship underway. Blue Hawks control the tip. Here's Claire Hamburger with it, back up top now. Carly Wright. Off to Hamburger.
I mean, one thing both teams like to play pressure defense, so that's going to be a key between them, is playing that pressure defense, not having the turnovers.
Right on cue. You can call it what you want. We call it the Trudy curse.
It does seem like every time you bring something up,
It's just you.
it goes bad.
It's just you. Happens to nobody else. Early on here, period number 1. Drive by Chandra Farmer. Farmer goes strong to the basket. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it back up top. They'll reset for a new opportunity.
And this is the other thing that Crofton likes to do is to get a trap. They're always going around trying to get a trap wherever that ball is to cause those turnovers.
Great on-ball pressure. Hey, great time for you to download our mobile app. You can go to netnebraska.org/apps. Watch this game from anywhere in the world. Just download our app and you can see all kinds of content out there. netnebraska.org/apps. And it is a beautiful app if you haven't taken a look. Loads of content and sports content on as well. Good drive and bucket. St. Cecilia on the board first with its first possession of the game.
And Chandra Farmer does a great job. You know, she's not a tall player out there, but she certainly makes herself taller, especially by the way that she drives to the basket.
How about St. Cecilia chewing up a minute and a half of clock time on its first possession, getting the bucket, and now Crofton with its first opportunity here in the game. Foul called on Carly Wright.
St. Cecilia is also in a man-to-man, just like Crofton is. As we talked about, it's that pressure defense.
Rogge up top to Sanger. Sanger back baseline. Allison Arns. Arns with it. Arns, good drive. Left hand isn't there. Rebound tipped around and finally controlled by the Blue Hawks. Good job on the rebound by Lucy Skoke. Skoke, a nice addition here, just her sophomore year. 6-foot freshman, provides some presence down low to battle Rogge and Monica Arns and Maria Wortman, the height shown by Crofton. From the free throw line, Skoke just long on the shot. Push tempo here. Thought about the three. Good dish. Wortman to Arns, and they can't finish. Back the other way, here's Chandra Farmer. Farmer lays it in, the all-time leading scorer for the Blue Hawks with her first 2 of the game. Sanger with it. Sanger really with a bright future, just a sophomore. She's a future college recruit, terrific defensively, good all-around skills on offenses. That goes off the knee of Lil Sheehy. Sheehy, a speedster. State medalist in the 2 and 400 for St. Cecilia. A lot of great athletes on the floor here in Class C2 in this title game. Really get the sense these are the 2 teams, the class of Class C2, and a very deep and talented field in Class C2. These are the 2 teams that really stand above.
Yeah, I think they really do too, you know, both offensively and defensively.
No charge drawn. We're going to let them play a little bit. Like to see that. Here, Carly Wright with it up top. Hamburger drives free throw lane, kicks it back out. Farmer thought about the 3, now looks down low to Wright. Nothing on the drive. Good job defensively by the Warriors. And once again, St. Cecilia very patient on the offensive end, and the reach-in called on Arns. That's her first foul. Arns, the 5'9" senior, leads the team in scoring, averaging 16 a game.
Yeah, and right now, you know, Aaron's going to his bench very early. Sometimes, you know, even though that they've been here, this is the 3rd game, there can be some nerves. As we talked about before, you know, especially with Wynot having the kind of that target on your back. Here they are trying to get another, you know, state championship.
Great drive by Farmer, and one opportunity for Chandra Farmer, the all-time leading scorer.
And here she comes in. She's got, you know, the all 6 points right now for St. Cecilia, and they're all on the drives, actually.
Early on here, St. Cecilia taking charge, up 6-0. with it, hands it off, 3 on the way, off the back of the rim by Raggi. Now in transition. Stoke hands it off, now kicked it back to Farmer.
And there's that trapping. They're trying to get her trapped in there, but you know, St. Cecilia so far has done a very good job of taking care of the basketball.
Good take. It was a 2-on-1 situation. Scope deciding whether to drop it off or take it herself. She got the bucket, and St. Cecilia with an early 8-0 lead. Quick timeout by Aaron Losing. Crofton Warriors come in 28-0, and they're getting a battle here early on by St. Cecilia.
If you stay long enough, if you put yourself in the right place, your head, heart, and soul align, everything slows down. And even though you're on vacation, for the first time and you can't remember when, you feel at home. Wouldn't that be nice?
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Welcome back to C2 championship game. Crofton trails St. Cecilia 8-0, but the Crofton Warriors, they have been outstanding this year, 28-0. In fact, every victory has been by double digits. Their closest win this year was against a team from South Dakota, and they won by 11. Their closest win against a Nebraska team was against Pierce. That was 13. Their average margin of victory in games leading up, the 26 games leading up to the state tournament, was 38 points per win. If you add the 2 wins here at state, 31 and 21 points, that drops to 37 points per win, guys.
Wow. Love the Losing call out of the timeout. Has Raggi take it straight to the rack. She just doesn't convert. And it's still 8-zip. St. Cecilia. Those shots will start to fall.
You know, Hastings St. Cecilia has just been very patient with their offense.
Rattles in and out from Hamburger. 3 on the way. Brianna Allen is off. Rebound to Hamburger. Long 3. Chandra Farmer just off. So now exchanging 3-pointers back and forth. Allen looks inside. Left-hand dribble back to the top. Got about the drive. Shut down there by Farmer. Good drive by Ahrens, kicks it out. Peterson does not convert. Wholesale changes here for the Warriors.
Yeah, you know, I think Aaron gave some of those girls just a little bit of a rest, maybe to get the nerves calmed down, get themselves going. Now get out here and let's finish the quarter.
Trap out near the half court pays off, and the turnover by the Blue Hawks. Just cannot pick up your dribble against this Crofton half court trap defense.
Yeah, they just really like to do that. You know, sometimes people in the man-to-man have a difficulty, but Crofton just knows when to go do that trap.
And Wortman throws it away. The bigger wins this year for the Crofton Warriors was knocking off one of the large high schools in Sioux Falls. They knocked off Sioux Falls, Washington, which was the defending AA champs in South Dakota. So quite an accomplishment. And of course, Crofton up in northeast Nebraska, they cross the border and play South Dakota teams occasionally. They also beat St. Thomas More of Rapid City. They were the defending champion, #1 ranked team in Class A in South Dakota, and then also won their Mid-State Conference tournament by beating Norfolk Catholic in the semis and Pierce in the finals. So this Crofton team has had some outstanding success this year, and those are teams you're talking about. Pierce's state championship team, and Norfolk Catholic, which had a terrific season.
I'm not sure that Crofton probably has gone a quarter without scoring, though. We're getting very close, Larry.
It's a great point.
52 seconds left.
And it's a combination of just maybe a lid being on top of the basket. They've missed some bunnies, some really easy shots, but also it's a very patient St. Cecilia Blue Hawk offense. We're almost seeing a similar situation to what we saw in Class B when Norris really took the air out of the ball against Pius and just said, we don't want to run with you. We're going to try to beat you in the half court. We're going to spread it out, look for our shots, look for the drives like that, and Farmer with an opportunity for a three-point play.
You know, here she is driving in, and she does a great job of just getting to the basket. She does whatever she can to just maneuver her way right into that basket. She has 8 of their 10 points right now.
You know, I was going to say in the warm-ups, even in the introductions, there seemed to be a bit of a fire that I hadn't seen previously to this St. Cecilia squad. They came out ready to play, had that feeling from early on, and even Chandra's reaction right there, you can tell that they're a bit motivated here. They've lost to these Crofton Warriors 2 consecutive years down here at State. And this is a group of juniors and seniors in this starting lineup for St. Cecilia. Really determined here as we tick inside 20 seconds. Crofton still looking for its first points. And again, still looking as they can't get that lay-in to go. Kick back outside, inside 4, shot is off, put up hard again, and that will close out period #1, and Crofton is held scoreless in the first. Wow.
What should you do if you see an emergency vehicle while you're driving through a roundabout? Traffic in the roundabout should not stop. Signal your turn to the right when you exit the roundabout. Exit the roundabout before pulling over to allow an emergency vehicle to pass. Please, for more information, visit the website.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross-country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, providing opportunities in over 25 activities in 304 high schools across the state of Nebraska. We are the other half of education.
Well, let's take a look at the all-time leading scorer for St. Cecilia. It's Chandra Farmer, who has been outstanding here in period #1. All-state basketball. She's a medalist in track. She's going to Hastings next year to play college volleyball, and she has some nifty stuff here. 9 points for Farmer of the 11 for St. Cecilia.
And as we've talked about, I'm not sure that Crofton's probably ever been in a position where they haven't scored in a quarter. So they're going to try to do everything. I was just going to say, do everything they can to get a basket on this possession.
I got a bit of a talking to from Aaron Losing. Provided a bit more motivation here to start period #2, and Arns wastes no time in taking it straight to the basket. She's also headed next year to the University of South Dakota to play college basketball. Arns gets the basket, puts it back up. Gets the rebound, goes back up. Going to the floor hard. For Farmer and Arns both. Farmer loses the dribble, taken over by Crofton. 1-on-3, so she'll back it out, take some time. Here's Arns again. Looks for the cutter underneath, not there. Hesitation dribble, great bounce pass inside, and that's what Arns can give you. She sees the floor so well, and Raggi cleans it up.
Yeah, she really does. You know, she's the leader out there. She's kind of like the quarterback on a football team. And she's the one that right here, it's first of the second quarter, got them going, and she'll be the one to keep them going here.
Look again, that trap off the knee of Wortman as it's bounced off the knee and out. (11-4) here, first 4 of this second period, scored by Crofton. It was 11-zip St. Cecilia after 1. And Farmer picks up the dribble out front.
You know, and as we talked about, really, Hastings St. Cecilia controlled the first quarter by just keeping the ball. They had possession most of the quarter during that time. And they got a great point guard in Chandra Farmer being able to handle the traps that are coming at her and being able to get out of those traps.
Tipped away and another turnover. Now Crofton really beginning to apply that defensive pressure. And it's becoming more and more difficult for St. Cecilia to stay patient. Aarons knocks down a three-pointer. 7 straight here in the second period. Shot on the way is off. Good job going after the rebound. He's trying to go up strong as Josie Pivette. Taken away. Another 3. Got it again. Wow, how good is Arns? 10 straight for Arns.
You know, there was a time in the first quarter where, you know, Coach talked to Arns, and here's a great three-point. She's just had 2 great three-point shots here, and here's another one, bringing her team back as they were down 11-0 at the end of the first quarter. But there was a time in the first quarter, you know, where Aaron Losing just called Arns over, and I'm sure he was saying, oh, it's all right, we just need to calm down, but I need you to take over. I need you to show your leadership at this point. Since they've come out in the second quarter, that's exactly what she has done, is to get her team going here.
This is a rematch of last year's state title game. Let's take a look back.
Crofton battled Hastings St. Cecilia in last year's Class C2 state championship game. The Warriors, looking for what would be their second repeat in school history, had a rough start, falling behind the Hawkettes 9-6. The Warriors responded, and after hitting 5 3-pointers and getting strong bench play, ended the first half on a 27-10 run. The Hawkettes were led by Claire Hamburger, who had 16 points, but the deciding factor in the matchup came down to rebounding. Crofton outperformed St. Cecilia in that category, grabbing 42 boards to the Hawkettes' 23, including a 19-3 advantage on the offensive glass. Crofton junior Quinn Raggi finished with 12 points and 12 rebounds, leading her team to a 62-40 victory in the school's 6th state title in 10 years.
And the Warriors from Crofton have won it for a 3rd consecutive year. So it sounds like Crofton's been in this situation before, huh?
Yeah.
They were down early last year to St. Cecilia. They went on a 27-10 run in the second period, and right now they are on a 12-0 run, and they have taken the first lead of the game. St. Cecilia led this 11-zip. Crofton has scored a quick 12 here in period number 2, and we're seeing a less patient St. Cecilia team offensively than what we might have seen earlier.
Yeah, they haven't controlled possessions in the second quarter like they did in the first quarter, but it's been a quick 12 points for Crofton.
Wow.
If you remember, we're only 3 minutes in, and it was 11-0
right
at the end of the first quarter. So in 3 minutes, they've scored 12. They can score 1 point in 8 minutes. So there's definitely been a shift.
Bit more motivation. And an over and back. Backcourt violation on St. Cecilia.
Well, and one of the big shifts is, I mean, right now, Allison Arns, she has 8 of their 12 points. And so just deciding, hey, wait, we have got to get out of this. I am going to start taking over here.
Wortman with it, looking for Arns. Gets it off to Rocky, now to Arns. Arns closely guarded by Carly Wright. Good step through, shot not there. Swatted away, but Scope comes away with it. And Scope called for carrying. So another turnover forced by Crofton. Good pass inside. Lucy Scope got a hand on the shot. And a travel. Lifted up momentarily by Cam Kissinger.
You know, one of the keys we've talked about in quite a few of the games here today, but another one now is the turnovers. Hastings St. Cecilia has 9 turnovers now. And you know, a lot of it just comes from that pressure trap defense that Crofton applies to you.
Midway through period number 2, 4 minutes before halftime. 12-11, Crofton on top in this Class C2 state championship game. In case you're just joining us, this a rematch of the last 2 Class C2 state championship games, both won by Crofton. That's off the hands of Allison Arns, who's on her way to USD to play basketball next year. Coach calls her one of the best players to ever come out of Crofton. Taken away.
Had 2 different quarters here.
And one for Lil Sheehy. So Sheehy hangs around, gets the easy opportunity, lays it in, and a chance for a 3-point play for Lil Sheehy.
I was about to say that Crofton didn't score the first period, and now Hastings and St. Cecilia has gone almost 5 minutes and not scored until Lil made a great steal and a great layup.
So that ends the 12-0 Crofton run, and St. Cecilia with the lead back to 2. Good job of moving the feet by Carly Wright with that little stutter step, and Arns so quick with the first step off the dribble. She had position.
St. Cecilia foul number 5.
Wright forced a foul. Second personal on Carly Wright. Arns knocks down the first. Long rebound on the second, comes out to Monica Arns.
You know, one of the things, Carly Wright has 2 fouls right now, but she has a tough job here tonight to defend, Allison Arns here up on top. Allison does such a great job of driving to the basket.
Arns thought she had it, rattled in and out. Shows you how quick she can get her shot off too, with the defender in her face. Got her shot off, good drive by Farmer. She hustles after it, gets her own rebound, puts it right back up, that's off. Pulled down by Maria Wortman, and Wortman will push tempo. The other way, Bree Allen. And they'll reset with Arns up top. Crofton's journey here at State as Arns travels has been fairly prolific. They've won state championships in 2005, 6, 7. That was a three-peat. Then 12, 13, 14. So another three-peat. They were runner-up in 91, 94, and 11. So they've had 2 different three-peats and now looking for their first 4 straight state championships. Double dribble called on Hamburger. Crofton beat Lutheran High Northeast in the 2012 title game, and St. Cecilia the last 2 years. In 2013, they won by 12. Last year, it was an 18-point victory by Crofton.
Yeah, you know, and as you look at their schedule at Crofton, they really have not had any close games
yeah.
the whole year.
Winning in the district and state tournament 70-27, 55-16, 65-19. They have been a dominant team this year.
You know, and one of the things that can do is that allows Crofton probably to use a lot more players on their bench, you know, when they're in that situation, whereas Hastings St. Cecilia has had quite a few close games that they probably haven't gone as far deep in their bench as what Crofton is able to do.
Shot up, no good. Rebound to Crofton. It's just kind of that tempo pace that Crofton plays with that feels like it puts undue pressure on you offensively. Whether they're trying to trap at the top, and a double dribble called on Wortman. But even the pressure makes you play at a different pace. You rush shots, you're getting hands on balls.
Yeah, and it just can be frustrating that they're always around you. They got their hands in everywhere.
So Tim Farmer will take a timeout for St. Cecilia. Chatted over with his Blue Hawks. St. Cecilia on top 14-13 here, 1:20 to go before the half. So still a tight game as Aaron Losing chats things over. Let's take a look at the highlights here. What a great pass down low from Arns, and finds an open Rogge who puts it in. And then Arns way out with the three. Does it again from three-point range. And then on the assisting into Rogge. It's been a second period full of highlights for Allison Arns.
You know, and that's one of the things, you know, they go the first quarter without scoring, but they know how to handle those kinds of situations. They're athletes, they know how to compete. They come out the second quarter, they don't even look rattled about things, you know. A lot of people would be frustrated, looking very concerned, but they know that they're able to do that. They've played enough games that they know that they're able to come back.
There's that double team again. Arns comes away with the steal. Bree Allen will reset it back to Arns. And it's just that constant drumbeat and constant pressure. Three is off, rebound to Farmer. Quick up the floor. Back to Farmer, thought about the three, good dish inside. Cope kicks it outside. Shot no good, a rebound to Allen. Spinning drive in the lane by Kelsey Sanger. 5'7" sophomore guard who is having a terrific year, averaging 9 per game. Not easy to average 9 a game when you have players around you like Allison Arns, Monica Arns, Quinn Rogge. They will lose 4 seniors off this team, will Crofton. Allison, Quinn Rogge, Maria Wortman, and Lily Steffen. But they also have 2 sophomores in the starting lineup who will be back for Aaron Losing's team. And these 3-time defending state champs. .30 to go here. Was Farmer able to split that double team on her own? And now had to pick up her dribble and in trouble. Hamburger comes and saves her.
And one of the things that Crofton does, this trap that they're doing, they're bringing it so far away from the basket that Hastings St. Cecilia can't look for a shot.
Big bucket by Hamburger inside 10 seconds, and that gives St. Cecilia a 3-point lead. Right back down comes Arns with the left hand. Doesn't go. And St. Cecilia will head to the halftime locker room with the lead, 17-14. It was an 11-0 lead after one that led to this lead. Let's go to Andy. He's with the coach.
Yeah, I'm here with head coach Tim Farmer. Coach, you jump out to the early lead, then they punch you right back, but you end strong. And what's your take on the first half?
Well, defense was key for us the first quarter, and defense was key for them in the second. You know, the offense came and went, but I think the second half's going to be a lot of the same stuff. But both teams will probably get it going offensively at some point, but happy with the results of the first half, I guess.
What do you tell your kids that they're 2 quarters away?
Well, handling the pressure. I mean, that's obviously they're good at that, so we're going to have to find a way to get it across the court and get something ran. We're just scrambling right now, but I think they are too to some degree, so it's going to be a dogfight.
Well, good luck to you. We'll let you go talk to your team at half.
Right.
At Hastings St. Cecilia leading Crofton 17-14 here at half of the Class C2 championship game.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. More than $78,000 over the past 3 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Behind your outlet are more than 6,000 public power employees working tirelessly to generate and deliver safe, affordable, reliable electricity 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Since they are customer owners themselves, you can count on them to have your best interests and those of the community they serve at heart. Neighbors serving neighbors. That's public power.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Department of Roads, and the Nebraska Corn Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support.
Crofton trails Hastings St. Cecilia 17-14. We're here at halftime of the Class C2 championship game. Back with you live at the Pinnacle Bank floor. I'm Andy Kendi, joined now with Ron Higdon. He's the NSAA Assistant Director, and he's in charge of the wrestling programs throughout the state. Ron, let's first talk about the individual wrestling meet that was held in Omaha recently. Man, attendance. There were fans packing the CenturyLink Center. What did you think of those crowds that week?
Well, it was electric. I mean, it was a happening, and people really were getting into it. We had great team races, and we set an all-time record for attendance in 80-something years that we've had the event. So it was pretty fun to be around.
And every year is something different. This year, there was a four-time state champion that was crowned, the 25th in Nebraska state history. Sometimes we get a handful, sometimes we get none. This year we got one.
We got one. Doyle Trout is a Class C kid from Centennial, and he was crowned the 25th four-time state champion for Nebraska. He was the main event. He was the last match of the night. Great crowd sticked around to see him accomplish it.
And that last match of the night for team, in terms of the team race, I tell you what, that was one of the most exciting team races I'd ever seen in Class B, with Scott coming back to win that team title.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we kind of had the main event be Doyle, so the last match of the night was his, and it just so happened that the Class C and the Class B races came down to the last few matches of the night, which kept the crowd into it, and the electricity, and they were loud cheering for him, so it was a great atmosphere to be in.
You should take all the credit. It's your fault. You did it. You take all the credit. Hey, let's talk about, there's a dual wrestling championship as well. Tell me a little bit about that and how that fared this year.
It went well. It went really well. We had 32 teams qualify, 4 in each class, and our attendance for that was also up about 20% from the previous year. And so we're really promoting duels throughout the year. It's actually helping our sport throughout the state. We're getting a lot more people in those open spots that used to be forfeits, and teams are really embracing duels, and there's new legislation right now out there that is going to make duels more attractive during the regular season as well.
And it's interesting because not the teams that win in Omaha at the individual team race, that doesn't always transfer over to the dual meet.
Well, placing-wise, 3 of the 4 teams repeated the next week. Class C was a different champion. But all in all, out of the 32 teams, I think 22 of them placed in a different spot than they placed in Omaha. So it shows that a dual team is way different than a tournament team.
Fantastic. He's Ron Higdon. He's in charge of the wrestling program with the NSAA. He's the assistant director. We're at halftime of the C2 championship game. It's Hastings St. Cecilia up on Crofton 17-14. Second half, straight ahead.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
A few roundabout rules to remember. When you see the roundabout sign, slow down. Yield at the entrance, watching for other motorists and pedestrians. Roundabout traffic moves from left to right. Don't stop in the roundabout. Signal before you exit and then exit right. Roundabouts are easy to use and safer than a traditional 4-way intersection, especially if you follow a few simple roundabout rules.
When you're looking for Nebraska's stars of tomorrow, start with the young Nebraskans in 4-H and FFA. Over the past 3 years, Constellation has contributed more than $78,000 to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. By supporting 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's stars of tomorrow as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, Larry Putney along with Trudy Nolan. Another guy, Andy Kindy's hanging around here somewhere as well. We are at halftime of the Class C2 State Championship game. St. Cecilia and Crofton. Really been a tale of 2 different periods, hasn't it? I mean, first period it was all about St. Cecilia. Chandra Farmer, 9 of the 11 points for St. Cecilia. Going in, 3-point play here. And they led after one, 11-0.
Yeah, she really was doing everything she could to drive to that basket there. You know, and I think one of the changes, though, that you saw was the defensive pressure that Crofton then put on. And also, on the other end, we're seeing Allison Arns. She made a good pass in there, just made a 3. She's going to make another 3 here. You know, she's kind of taking over a little bit in that second quarter. Will make a nice dish right there. So, getting the things going, yes, they did not have any points at the end of the first quarter, but they came back. The other part is, I'm sure Crofton probably has not shot 23% for a half. Right. And a big key of that was the first quarter. The other thing, you know, that you look at is Hastings St. Cecilia's had 12 turnovers to Crofton 7. That, as you heard Coach Farmer say, they have to be able to handle the pressure, and I think that's going to be a key, because what Crofton likes to do is they like to trap, but they like to trap way up high where you can't even get close to your basket. So I'm sure Coach Farmer is in the locker room trying to figure out how are they going to get the ball down the floor and how are they going to get it closer to the basket.
So there is a look at your halftime statistics, and once again it was St. Cecilia taking that 11-0 lead. Crofton came back, took the lead back at 12-11, and then it was a back and forth battle for the rest of that first half, and it finished with a 3-pointer that led St. Cecilia to this 17-14 lead. With Aaron Losing, the head coach of Crofton, let's go to Andy Kindy.
All right, here with the head coach of the Crofton Warriors. Coach, What happened in the first quarter and what happened in the second quarter?
Yeah, we came out tight. We were standing around too much. We we didn't get into any kind of a flow on offense. Second quarter, kids started to play ball like we're capable of. I expect to see more of that in the second half.
What do you tell them at halftime? Relax, do what you do, and things will come to you, or do you strategize there?
I think we feel good right now that we're down 3. We know that we got a better second half ahead of us. We just got to go out and prove it.
All right, well, good luck to you in the second half. This team is down 3 to Hastings St. Cecilia. 2 more quarters of basketball coming up next.
All right, thanks very much, Andy. There is your score at the half. St. Cecilia on top, 17-14. 2 periods left, and we'll crown another title in Class C2.
Risk management surrounding head trauma and concussions is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Growing more with less is the mantra of Nebraska's corn farmers, and they're using incredible technology to do it. Soil moisture monitors let them know when their crop needs water and how much. GPS systems eliminate overlaps in the field, saving fuel and money. New hybrids reduce the use of pesticides and increase yields. When you're talking new technology and innovation, Nebraska corn farmers are all ears. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Constellation, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Aurora Cooperative, U.S. Bank, and Education Quest. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. And to add to that, we are thrilled to be able to bring you state high school basketball on NET, and we'll bring you some more next Saturday. Don't miss the NSAA Nebraska High School Boys State Basketball Finals. That's next Saturday on NET Sports. You can watch live action beginning at 9 a.m. Central with team play continuing throughout the day. All classes, 6 state champions will be crowned, and you can also visit netnebraska.org for individual game times. There will be a live webcast available at our website, or you can just grab it on the NET Nebraska app. And this is also a good time for you to connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can add a comment or catch up on the latest Nebraska sports information. Like us on Facebook.com/NET Sports, or join the social conversation and tweet us about these great high school state championships. We've crowned 5 state champs today. Westside, Pius, St. Mary's, Sacred Heart, Pierce, and we're looking for number 6 here. Underway in the second half, Crofton and St. Cecilia. We heard Coach Tim Farmer expecting things to normalize a bit and get into an offensive rhythm. We'll see if that happens. Down low, the shot put back by Aragi. Quinn Aragi with the bucket. Aragi now with 6 points in the game, and that full court pressure picks up right away again by Crofton. In that half-court trap. And they force the turnover. 13 turnovers and 2 more off of the turnover. So 12 turnovers off points for Crofton thus far in the game.
I think this is the first time, Larry, that we've seen Crofton have the lead in the whole game here is in the second half at 18-17.
Drive by Hamburger, and the foul will be called on Monica Arns. Body block on Arns will send Hamburger to the line. Hamburger to shoot 2. That first one's good. Bree Allen back into the game for Crofton. Now taking a seat is Wortman. Look at Pinnacle Bank Arena here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Terrific venue for these state high school championships. And a quick shout out to John Dolliver and his entire NSAA staff for just an outstanding job here today at these NSAA state basketball championships. Fans from across the state come into Lincoln, enjoyed the great weather today and the great state championships as well. Not that I know how the weather was outside, I just heard it was nice. John Dolliver and the staff do such a terrific job putting on all of the state high school championships. One more to go next weekend as the boys tournament right back here in Lincoln.
Now you kind of see Hastings St. Cecilia kind of trying to slow things down just a little bit, set up their offense, get the shot that they want, which is kind of what they did in the first quarter.
Farmer picks it up. Hamburger helps her out. Hamburger drives strong to the basket and the lay-in for Claire Hamburger. Extends that lead, 21-18. Wide open three. Monica says, why not? Gets her own rebound, puts it back up. Easy lay-in for Monica Arns.
You know, it's always interesting to see. I mean, these guys are 28-0 Crofton, but as Aaron Lozing said, they're a little tight. They come out. Even at that point, you can get a little bit nervous, you know, even being an undefeated team.
Sheehy across the timeline, closely guarded by Allen. Hamburger hands it to Farmer. Farmer with the bounce pass off to Skoke. Skoke will drive left side. She's shut down there, kicks it back up top to Farmer. Off to Hamburger. Good ball movement here, chewing up a lot of clock, being patient. Three-pointer on the way, got it. Hamburger knocks it down.
You know, they were very patient, just trying to wait for something to open up.
Three the other way, big shot, Kelsey Sanger. Sanger answers. You heard Tim Farmer say he thought both teams would get going offensively. Starting to see that as Monica Arns with the turnover. Up ahead to Hamburger, who lays it in. Drive and the foul. That'll put Kelsey Sanger at the line. The foul is called on Farmer. That's her first personal foul. Farmer, a 5'3" junior guard, already the all-time leading scorer in her junior year. Likely to set that record out there where nobody will catch it for a long time.
Yeah, she really is. You know, coming into the state tournament with a 20-point average, she really has, you know, does a lot offensively. And not only just on the drives, like yesterday she had 6 threes, so it's also her outside shooting as well. And she's the one bringing the ball up. You know, right now, she's the one that's taken the trap from Crofton.
Farmer backs away from the trap, good dribble, uses the pick, splits the defense. Nice job. Boy, you really need a terrific point guard against this tough Crofton defense. Another three-pointer. Hamburger starting to heat up.
You know, it's really between her and Farmer for the offense for Hastings St. Cecilia all year long, and also down here in the state tournament as well.
Back-to-back three-pointers by Claire Hamburger. They've opened that lead up to 5.
A nice block there by Claire Hamburger.
Good move on the inside and banked home by Monica Arns. Here they go, trying to break that press again. Good ball movement, splits the defense, kicks it outside, 3 on the way. St. Cecilia is draining him from outside. Lil Sheehy with the 3. Arns drives into the lane, tries the bounce pass, gets it back off the side of the backboard.
You know, one of the changes, Larry, that you see offensively for Hastings St. Cecilia is the breaking of the press. They're not trying to do it really fast and get into those traps. They're taking their time to get it down the floor.
We are in the 3rd period. St. Cecilia is starting to open that lead up by 6.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank knows the importance of giving back. That's why we're committed to supporting charitable, educational, and service organizations in communities across Nebraska and the nation. In 2014, U.S. Bank employees have already provided more than 3,000 hours of community service in Nebraska, and we are dedicated to continuing that support. U.S. Bank, serving you in Nebraska. Member FDIC.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Crofton trails by 6 in the 3rd quarter, and I'm standing by, we're going to call them the Crofton Crazies. You've heard of the Cameron Crazies? These are the Crofton Crazies. We've got every getup you can see. This fella here has got a baby bottle. He tells me it's formula. He tells me he's lactose intolerant. Look at these. The horses are here, cornhead, but this is my favorite, guys. Look at this getup. I think we found the NET new uniform. This is Corey Augustine. Corey, where'd you get this?
I stole it from my brother.
He stole it from his brother, like a good unicorn. He's hoping it's a magic unicorn, and the magic is with Crofton. We'll see. Guys, back to you.
Oh, the state tournament just brings out everything in anybody, doesn't it?
I was just thinking how eerie it is, how well Andy fit in. Like one of the guys. Cutting that lead to 4 off the last timeout. Nearly a walk. Got it back to Farmer. And off of the knee and the turnover. So another turnover for St. Cecilia. Farmer brings it up the floor, triple teamed in there. Draws a crowd when she gets in there. Hamburger not done.
Right now, Coach Aaron from Crofton is giving Arns just a little bit of rest, but she's coming back in right now, you know. Sometimes just giving that little rest, giving those players that have been the key factor, give them a little time, bring them back into the game then.
Farmer breaks the press again.
Hastings St. Cecilia has done a very good job of making that change at halftime on how they want to break that press and stay out of those traps.
Skip pass over to, that was the pass to Hamburger. Back to Farmer. So here's Claire Hamburger back up top.
Crofton's playing a really wide 2-3, but as we've talked about, a wide 2-3 where they're just trying to trap wherever the ball is.
Another turnover. Quickly the other way is Quinn Rogge. Rogge fouled and will shoot 2 at the line. Hamburger picks up the foul. That's her second.
You know, there's a good take up by Quinn Rogge. You know, with the traps, the thing is being able to rotate, your defense being able to rotate. If you get into that trap, how are the other 3 players on your defense rotating? And Crofton just has an eye for that. They know who's going to come trap with them. They know how to rotate on their defense.
Second one is good by Rogge. 1-point game. Is back into the game comes Monica Arns. And right away, Crofton jumps into that full court pressure.
Chandra Farmer does a really good job of looking down the floor, looking for those open people, and just being very patient, very calm, bringing the ball up.
Really, Crofton does a nice job of trying to bait you into a certain position on the floor, and Farmer's just not buying it. She's looking to go over the top of a couple of defenders, skip the pass, and Stay will hold for one last shot here. Inside 10 seconds, so watch Farmer go now. Double teamed off to Hamburger. Hamburger with the screen, got the 3 off, but it was blocked. And at the buzzer, no shot. We head to the 4th in Lincoln. St. Cecilia holding on to a 1-point lead.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, providing opportunities in over 25 activities in 304 high schools across the state of Nebraska. We are the other half of education.
High school's almost over. What's next? I mean, what are my choices? I want to find something I love, so I can make a life for myself. And then I can give back. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
Final 8 minutes coming your way from Pinnacle Bank Arena here in Lincoln, Nebraska, along with Trudy Nolan and Andy Kindy. I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us for our final state championship game of the day in Class C2. 8 minutes to go, and we've got a good one. 32-31, St. Cecilia trying to knock off the previously unbeaten Crofton Warriors. 28-0 coming in. This is a rematch of the last 2 state championship games, both of those won by Crofton. And by the way, Warriors going after their 4th consecutive state championship.
Yeah, you know, and so far, after every quarter, St. Cecilia has been ahead and pretty much been in control. The second quarter, though, Crofton did come out and do some great things, but at the end of each of the quarters so far, Hastings St. Cecilia has had that lead.
I think the end of the most important quarter is coming up.
Yes, absolutely.
Probably give up the lead on the other 3 to have the lead after this. Throw that out there. This is the kind of insight and analysis you get right here on NET from.
But you know, we have really had, for our 6th game of the day, we have really had some great games that have really come down to the very end. And I think we have one going right here that is definitely going to come down to the very end.
Slowing it down again. Nothing wrong with their patience here on offense. Farmer picks up the dribble. Timeout called by Tim Farmer. So 6:37 to go. St. Cecilia holding on to that 32-31 lead. Well, you know, Nebraska and the Plains have been home to many famous authors, but writers you've never heard of before are worth reading as well. Listen to a new series on NET Radio. It's called Lost Writers of the Plains, where you'll find out why some fine writers have been lost and why they should be remembered. Learn more online at netnebraska.org/lostwriters, and you can download the free Lost Writers of the Plains iBook from the iTunes store. An interesting listen and an interesting read. Lost Writers of the Plains.
You know, as we've talked about before, Crofton really tries to push Hastings St. Cecilia way out away from the basket, and they haven't been doing that as much in the third quarter, and that's why I think probably what Tim Farmer's trying to say is we need to get down closer to that basket. That'll open things up on the outside as well.
They'll say Chandra Farmer drug the pivot foot and traveled. Sheehy back into the game now for St. Cecilia. Josie Prevet will take a seat. Nearly a turnover there, but Arns quick enough to get back to it. Guarded by Carly Wright. 3 on the way. Arns is off. Rebound to Lucy Skoke, the sophomore. So 2 possession opportunities for Crofton to regain the lead here in the fourth. They've come away empty both times. Oh, good drive there by Hamburger. She had the lane and split the defenders.
Yeah, she did, and Crofton now has, in that possession, went to a man-to-man defense. It looks like they are still in a man-to-man defense right now.
Quinn Rogge with the foul there. Double dribble. So now a third opportunity for Crofton.
You know, and those are the turnovers that we've talked about before. Right now it's 18-8. Hastings St. Cecilia has 18 turnovers to Crofton's 8. And that is just forced by what we call, you know, what we said, the pressure trapping defense.
Great feed down low. Aarons to Rogge. On the assist, and Rogge gives the lead now back to Crofton. 5:30 to go. Farmer aggressive and getting across the timeline, still pounded. Outside, shot on the way by Sheehy is off. Rebound to Arns.
You know, this is only the second time in the whole game that Crofton has had the lead on Hastings St. Cecilia.
That time, Monica Arns drains it. Got it. 4-point Crofton lead. Ties the largest lead of the game for Crofton. St. Cecilia's led it by as many as 11, and another turnover. And that Crofton pressure, the pressure of the scoreboard, the pressure of the clock, and the pressure of the press of Crofton, all three beginning to get to the St. Cecilia squad. Good feed down low again. Rogge gets it blocked. Rogge chases it back down. Up top, Sanger. Down low, Rogge. Check that, that's Arns to Arns with the lay-in. Monica to Allison. Biggest lead of the game here for Crofton. 32-38. And a timeout down on the floor. Tim Farmer, in his first season at St. Cecilia, will take the timeout, and let's go to Andy Kindy.
Yeah, you know, we're down here by St. Cecilia. So they got some great fans, too. Check them out. They are pumped up. But I tell you what, I got to bring over the camera. I got to bring them back. Come back here. Come back here. I got to talk to this girl named Evie because she's got a pretty nice getup. Look at the shade. What is the deal with the, what do you call it? They call it lipstick at that point. And what's going on?
I think that games like this should be fun, and if I can add fun to this game event thing, I think that I've done a good job. So if
you've done it before?
Oh yeah, I've done it like once or twice before.
And they've won?
Yeah.
You got to keep with superstition, right?
I think so.
How do you think Larry Putney would look with a little blue lipstick and a little blue on his eyebrow?
If I knew who he was.
Hey, Larry, back to you.
We'll be cutting that interview out in post-production. That will not make the DVD, young lady. 38-32. I'm relevant with the kids. So 4:17 to go.
You might have to go with purple just to match her outfit.
If she would bring it over, I would not wear it. So.
I was going to get Andy on that right away.
You like the hesitation. Shot rolls out. Hamburger had it there. Now hitting the critical juncture inside 4 minutes. Arns again. Shot is off. Just turned around in time. Did Carly Wright to pull down that rebound. Stolen away. Kelsey Sanger lays it in. Crofton is so good at anticipation. They anticipate where the passes are going. They're in the spot before the offensive player. Nearly another turnover, goes to the floor, tied up, but that will stay with St. Cecilia.
Yeah, you know, you just see both teams just going after every single ball at this point. But, you know, one of the things is, I mean, Crofton right now is on a great run from when they started this basketball game. And they know that once they get in this position, they can take control of the basketball game. But the big key is for Hastings St. Cecilia to take care of the basketball.
8-point lead, largest of the game for Crofton. Hamburger needs a three. Check that was Sheehy with the shot. Hamburger with the rebound. Good bounce pass down low and put back by Carly Wright. Arns, left-handed drive. Shot on the way and good. Allison Arns. Make that Rocky on the shot. Arns on the assist. And another turnover.
You know, now I think, yeah, Crofton's probably going to take a little bit of time off the clock. Just to kind of hang back a little bit.
Chewing clock. Raggi with it up top. He tried the foul, not there. Sanger now with it. Sanger's been impressive here this evening.
Hastings St. Cecilia has a lot of fouls to give here.
Wright reaches in. And only the third team foul, so 4 more to give before Crofton goes to the bonus. And inside 2 minutes now, looking bleak right now for St. Cecilia. They're going to need to come up with a steal or two and knock down some threes. Crofton just does not give away the freebies. Only 8 turnovers for Crofton in the game to 21 by St. Cecilia.
Yeah, and that is just, you know, that pressure defense. I'm sure Chandra Farmer is very tired of trying to get out of those traps and make sure that she doesn't, you know, dribble into those traps as well. But that's just that pressure defense that Crofton comes at you with.
Sanger guarded by Farmer. Sheehy, little tug on the jersey with the foul on Raggi. In a situation where they really have to foul now. That's only the 4th team foul.
I was just going to say, you know, we really haven't had very many fouls in the whole game. Even with that, you know, the pressure defense that Crofton plays, they really have not fouled, haven't gotten themselves into foul trouble.
Another quick foul, that one on Lucy Skoke. Hamburger with 3 fouls, Wright with 3. Everyone else with just 1. Now Skoke after that has 2 fouls. So you'll probably see a quick foul here again. As time continues to tick down, Sheehy with the foul, and that will be the 7th, and that will put the Warriors at the free throw line. So 1-1 now for Quinn Rogge. Rogge is 6-foot senior forward, averages 11.4 points per game. She's an NAIA recruit, second team All-State last year, misses the front end of the 1-1. Second leading scorer on this Warrior team. And now Farmer needs to look for a quick shot, taking too much time here with less than a minute to go. Down by 8, Farmer in the lane, floater, got it. Big bucket, now the quick try on the turnover, and did not jump into their pressure quick enough. And St. Cecilia with just 1 timeout left, a bit early to take it there. Down by 6.
Yeah, which now we'll get into, it's going to be very important for the free throws for Crofton right now.
So here's Allison Arns, knocks down the first. She has 12 in the game. Rogge leads Crofton with 13.
Which they have shot. They're shooting right now, I think 5 for 11 from the free throw line. Probably not exactly what Crofton has usually shot before either from the free throw line.
Quick foul, and that will put Arns back to the line. Really, the three-pointer by Monica Arns extended that lead and put Crofton here in a position to make free throws down the stretch and take home a 4th straight state championship. .35 seconds to go. Will Sheehy. Turnover. That should about do it. Lucy Skoke with the foul. Sanger, first one is off. Shooting 2, it's a double bonus.
We've talked about turnovers, Larry. It's 22-8 right now. Hastings St. Cecilia is 22. The difference also is the points. Crofton has now 19 points off of those turnovers. And that, that makes a huge difference if you're causing the turnovers and you're scoring on those turnovers as well.
Down to the corner, Hamburger's 3. Well done. Quick timeout, 11.3, 46-39. Well, if you'd like a DVD copy of today's game from the NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships, there's the number. Give us a call, 800-868-1868. You can also log on to our website at natnebraska.org. Follow the prompts, order your DVD. They're just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. And of course, you'll have the DVD for a lifetime. Order it today, 800-868-1868. You go back and pull out highlights of your old games.
Well, it is kind of fun to sit down and watch.
I bet it is. It probably just takes forever because you set up the projector and the stand. And
hey, we were not going to go there, you said. No, it really is. It is a great thing to look back on, even after, never mind, I'm not going to say how many years it has been, but no, it is a great thing to have around.
Nothing else, that way the kids believe you when you say, that's the all-time leading scorer in Nebraska State high school basketball history. And I'm going to make you sit down and watch every minute of all 9 games.
I tried that before. I was the only one awake. Everybody else was sleeping.
7 seconds to go here in this final C2 state championship game. Crofton's 7 seconds away with a 7-point lead. Now make it 8. As Arns knocks down the free throw. Into the game now, checking in, is Melody O'Callahan for St. Cecilia. Second free throw is also good. Time will tick away. Hand off to Hamburger. 3 on the way is off, and that will do it. For the 4th consecutive year, the Crofton Warriors are taking home a state championship. 4 straight titles for the Warriors. They finished the year at 29-0, and a smile, and a very relieved smile on the face of Aaron Losing.
Yeah, you know, you have to give credit to Hastings St. Cecilia and Tim Farmer. They came in here with a great plan. They played their hearts out as well as they could. As we were talking about before, and you said, the team that wants to have the lead at the end was the last quarter, and absolutely it was a change, because Hastings St. Cecilia certainly had that after 3 quarters tonight.
So the final, Crofton wins it 48-39. Warriors, 4-time consecutive state champs.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Large trucks and trailers can easily drive through a state highway roundabout. The center of the roundabout has a low raised area for larger vehicles to drive over if necessary. It's called the apron. Visit the website for more information about driving a roundabout.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Department of Roads, and the Nebraska Corn Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. It's an annual right for these Crofton Warriors, cutting down the nets 4 straight years now as they win it 48-39 over St. Cecilia. Time for medal and trophy presentations, as well as a special presentation. And for that, we go to go to Doc Weiniger, our public address announcer.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, the Nebraska Coaches Association, and the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association are proud to support positive sportsmanship during the state championships and throughout the season. At this time, we are pleased to present the Sportsmanship Award for Class C2. The trophy is graciously donated by Awards Unlimited. The sportsmanship program is underwritten by the Nebraska Independent College Foundation. Mike Purdy, Executive Director of the NSAA from Bellevue, and Randy Clement, President of the Nebraska Coaches Association from Creighton. The Class C2 Sportsmanship Award winner is Crofton High School. Congratulations, Crofton High School. The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green and Board of Directors Dr. Brian Maher from Kearney, Dr. Troy Unziker from Alliance, and U.S. Bank Representative Steve Mayer. Here are the awards for Class C2 runner-up Hastings St. Cecilia High School. Will head coach Tim Farmer and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 10, Reagan Ash. Number 11, Thera Tino. Number 12, Josie Crabad. Number 15, Melody O'Callahan. Number 21, Cameron Kissinger. Number 23, Claire Rasmussen. Number 2, Lil Sheehy. Number 3, Claire Hamburger. Number 4, Chandra Farmer. Number 5, Carly Wright. Number 22, Lucy Sco. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Hastings St. Cecilia High School. Congratulations. And now, to the champions from Crofton High School. First, head coach Aaron Losing, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Number 3, Brianna Allen. Number 4, Allison Tran. Number 5, Brittany Gunther. Number 12, Kyla Denninger. Number 14, Lily Stefan. Good job, Mr. Kyla. Number 20, Caitlin Bornhagen. Number 34, Katie Peterson. Number 40, Lauren Stefan. Number 44, Chelsea Workman. Number 10, Allison R. Number 24, Monica R. Number 30, Quinn Rogge. Number 32, Kelsey Sanger. Number 42, Maria Workman. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Vice President of Agencies, Andy Kraus, to head coach, Aaron Losing. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2015 Class C2 NSAA Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Crofton High School.
congratulations one more time to Crofton, the Class C2 state champs. 4 consecutive years. What an outstanding run for those ladies of Northeast Nebraska. Let's go backstage. Andy Kindy is with the runner-up coach.
Thank you, Larry. With Tim Farmer, the head coach of Hastings St. Cecilia. Coach, if you could have ended the game after 1 quarter, that would have been a good thing, but unfortunately they play 4. What happened between the first quarter and the last quarter that turned the tide?
Basically, they wore us down, kind of like what we try to do to everybody else. They just were a little deeper than us and thought we handled the pressure well for 3 quarters. And then we got a little careless, and I could just kind of see it in our eyes that the girls got exhausted, and that's their game plan as ours. So we needed a couple more people with some ball handling skills because they definitely test them. But basically came down to their pressure.
Great run. Awesome run, especially here at the state tournament. What will you look back and years from now and think about this 2014-2015 team?
Well, this group is pretty special, I guess. I started in 2nd grade with them, so the girls are all friends off the court and on the court. I mean, that's the hard part. You got to say bye to somebody, and there's 4 seniors in there that I've worked with for many years, and they're good ones. So we're definitely going to miss them next year, but we got a good core coming back, so hopefully things are bright next year for us.
I was going to say, you get knocked down, you keep coming back, you keep coming back. What does next year and the years to follow have in store for the Hawkettes?
Well, we returned about 8 girls with some quality time that's going to help us out, and we got some junior high classes that look pretty promising. So I guess as a coach, you know your future looks bright, and that keeps people motivated and the kids motivated, and hopefully the off season everybody will work hard and it'll pay off next year.
Hey, 2nd best team in the state in the class. That's pretty darn good. Congratulations on a great season. Hastings St. Cecilia finishes 23-4 in the state's runner-up in Class C2. We'll hear from the champs straight ahead. Thank you.
Growing more with less is the mantra of Nebraska's corn farmers, and they're using incredible technology to do it. Soil moisture monitors let them know when their crop needs water and how much. GPS systems eliminate overlaps in the field, saving fuel and money. New hybrids reduce the use of pesticides and increase yields. When you're talking new technology and innovation, Nebraska corn farmers are all ears. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Programming on NET television is provided in part by the Dr. Tom and Dorothy Hallstrom Inspire Nebraska Athletics Endowment.
Take back your garage. Stuck with an extra vehicle that's taking up needed space? Donate it and get your garage back again. Support quality public media and get a tax deduction.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Constellation, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Aurora Cooperative, U.S. Bank, and Education Quest. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Well, for the 3rd consecutive year, it's St. Cecilia and Crofton for the C2 state title, and for the 3rd consecutive year, Crofton wins it. Here's a look at the numbers. St. Cecilia actually shot the ball pretty well. 3-point field goals about even. You go down the line and it all looks good until you hit turnovers and points off turnovers.
Yeah, it's really the last 2 lines. I mean, Hastings St. Cecilia has to be very proud of themselves. They took them all the way to the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And as you look at the percentage of shooting, like you said, you can't ask for much better than to shoot 50%. you wouldn't think that you would have lost the game by 9 points,
Right.
but it's the turnovers. And as Coach Farmer said, they just wore them down. It's that pressure defense that frustrates you, and it's the points on the turnovers. They got 20 points, Crofton did, off of just turnovers.
I have a feeling Crofton isn't worn down right now. We're about to find out as when we come back, Andy Kindy will be with the champs. Stay with us right here from the Pinnacle Bank Arena.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Crofton Warriors finish off a perfect 29-0 season. They are your Class C2 state champions. Along with the head coach, I'm Andy Kendi. This is Aaron Losing. He's the head coach of the Warriors. Coach, you get down 11-0. But then if you take a big picture look, you outscored them 48-28 the rest of the way. What was the difference between the first quarter and the rest of the game?
I just think we had to settle down. I mean, we thrive off of our defense, but early on we had some trouble containing them on the defensive end, and I think that allowed our offensive woes to creep up. And once we got that first basket to go, we were able to get back into our presses, which were real comfortable in full court defenses, and that just got us back into our style of play, and the crowd got into it, and we had about a 10-point 2-minute span there to start the second quarter, which is more what we are used to.
And I thought the key stretch, end of the third quarter, start of the fourth. I think you scored the last 5 in the third and the first 9 of the fourth. So that's a 14-0 run to kind of put it away. How important was that stretch?
It definitely was. I mean, the defense started to get more tips on balls, get more traps in spots that were beneficial to us, and we ran a couple plays to get our posts involved. And I thought there in the early fourth quarter, our post kind of took over the game around the hoop, either off of some lob passes, some seal plays, some offensive rebounds, things like that.
Well, every championship is special, I know, and I don't want you to compare them, but how is this one special to you and this group, the journey that they had this season?
Yeah, this one means a lot to me because I can remember 4 years ago we had 2 of these seniors that play for us now that started as freshmen, and I can remember giving them a hug after that state championship game saying, let's try to win 4 of these. And I knew it was a possibility. And they've been a great group of seniors. I mean, you can't ask for more hard work out of those 4. You can't ask for better leadership. And they've been the fuel and the backbone of our team for 4 years. So I'm really happy to see them go out on top.
Yeah, 4 years, 4 state championships. That's pretty good. Let's talk to some of those stars. We're going to talk to a couple of the champion Warriors coming up as Crofton wins the Class C2 championship.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. More than $78,000 over the past 3 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Crofton Warriors, your state champions at 29-0. They cap a perfect season, beating Hastings St. Cecilia 48-39 back inside the Pinnacle Bank Arena with some of the stars of the show. Let's start with Allison Orange. She's a senior. Allison, you guys get down 11-0. You had to be shaken a little bit, not having scored a point in the first quarter. What was going through your head after the first 8 minutes?
I would say I was a little nervous for sure, but like Coach said, you know, we've been down before. We've been down by about that much before, so just keep your head in it, forget about it, and keep moving on.
I was going to say a key stretch is when you had that big run at the end of the third quarter and the start of the fourth quarter. That really put it away for you guys?
Yeah, but we knew we had to keep playing well because we knew that they were going to keep fighting and they wanted it just as bad as we did. So
yeah, looking at the big picture, 4 years, 4 state championships, you're going to leave with a lasting legacy. What does that mean to you? What does this title mean to you, and what about the big picture?
It's been very special. You know, words can't really describe how I feel, and I wouldn't wanted to do with anybody else, and such great coaches and stuff like that. I don't know. It's a dream come true and a blessing in disguise. That's great. That's great. Well, let's hand you off. You can bring in your sister, Monica. Monica. Oh, no. See, the waterworks started. See, big sis start. I'm going to try to make you laugh to try to, all right? Okay. You want me to do a little dance or something, make me be all goofy? Because I'm good at that. All right. Hey, let's talk about the game itself, okay? Pretty cool that you guys were able to battle back. How important was that second quarter to your success in this game?
After the first quarter, Coach was just like, you know, we got to toughen it up on the offensive end, keep playing on the defensive end, and everything was going to work out. That's kind of been our motto all year, is just to be tough, tougher than the other team, and we pulled through the second, and I guess it worked.
Tell me what happened at halftime. Was there ever doubt? Was there any doubt in that locker room that you guys would not win this state championship?
I don't want to say there was a doubt. There's always pressure, but as soon as Coach walked into the locker room, he's like, forget about the first half. It's done. We have 16 more minutes to go take this thing, and that's what we have to focus on now. You can't look back at the past because it's done. You just have to look at the future and go take it.
How cool was this year? Not only to win a state championship, but you got to do it with your sister. That's pretty darn cool, isn't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't trade this year for any year.
That's pretty cool. All right. Here, let's move along. Let's have Quinn Rogge come in. Quinn, something special. She's a senior, 4 years, 4 state championships. It's a blueprint of success. Just tell me about this season as a whole. How proud are you to finish off a perfect season?
Super proud. I mean, this team is awesome. I'm super proud of them, and I don't think it couldn't have gone any better.
Even though that you guys fell behind early, you bounced back and you scored 12 points to start the second quarter. Was it at that point you're kind of like, okay, this is what we're all about?
Yeah, I mean, we just needed to get things clicking. Like the first quarter, I mean, it wasn't that great, but we really stayed calm and started playing basketball the way we do.
You guys have won 4 in a row. There's so few teams in the state history that's won 4. What special legacy is it that this class, your class, leaves not only on Crofton basketball, but on the state as a whole? That's pretty darn special to win 4 in a row.
Yeah, you know, it's awesome, but really we couldn't do it without great coaches, great community, great fans, great players with a great work ethic, and that's really what we're all about.
Hey, congratulations. So few people get to win a state championship, let alone 4 in a row. Kudos to you. Crofton Warriors, they win 48-39 over Hastings St. Cecilia in the Class C2 championship game. Larry and Trudy back to put a wrap on Championship Saturday next.
Behind the Outlet, Nebraska Public Power District is passionate about preserving and restoring Nebraska's resources. Whether rescuing fish during canal repair work, protecting avian species on the Platte River, or complying with all environmental standards at our power generating facilities, we actively balance our environmental responsibilities with meeting Nebraska's ever-changing energy needs. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank knows the importance of giving back. That's why we're committed to supporting charitable, educational, and service organizations in communities across Nebraska and the nation. In 2014, U.S. Bank employees have already provided more than 3,000 hours of community service in Nebraska, and we are dedicated to continuing that support. U.S. Bank, serving you in Nebraska. Member FDIC.
All right, college visit number 2. Here we go. What?
more from Education Quest at govisitcollege.org.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Department of Roads, and the Nebraska Corn Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. So welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena, along with Trudy Nolan, Andy Kendi. I'm Larry Putney. It's been great to have you all day long here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena for State Championship Saturday. We have had 6 state champions crowned, started bright and early this morning with our very first champ, St. Mary's, winning it all the way through the conclusion of Crofton winning a 4th consecutive state championship. And we've had some terrific games throughout the day. Here's a look at the game. St. Mary's wins it early this morning over Dundee County Stratton. It was Kearney Catholic losing to Pierce 38-35. Pius X wins a state championship, its first since '92. Falls City Sacred Heart, a title holder now in Class D2. Westside wins its first title since '99, and Crofton now has 4 consecutive state titles. And overall, we saw some great performances as well.
We really did. You know, we saw some great athletes out here. We talked about not only are they great athletes on the basketball court, but many of them are great athletes. They played in state volleyball. They're going to track. You know, so it's great that they are not only just in basketball, but all around great athletes.
So a reminder, you don't want to miss the NSAA Nebraska High School Boys State Basketball Finals. That's next Saturday on NET. You can watch live action beginning at 9 a.m. Central. Next Saturday, we get to do it all over again. Can't wait to be with you next Saturday. 6 more state champions will be crowned, and you can also catch it online at netnebraska.org. So that is a wrap from the Pinnacle Bank Arena. A terrific day. 6 new state champions were crowned today, and we were thrilled to bring it to you. So for Trudy Nolan and Andy Kendi and our entire outstanding NET Sports production crew, I'm Larry Putney. Goodbye and good night from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln.